Let's talk about how sugar, specifically high blood sugar, affects your immune system. Okay, we're talking about hyperglycemia. It has a huge effect on suppressing your immune system. In fact, hyperglycemia, or diabetes, is one of the big factors involved in the COVID situation, massively increasing your risk for mortality. Number one, high blood sugar inhibits chemotaxis. Now, what is that? That is the movement of white blood cells through the body towards where they need to do their work, like an infection or a part of the body that's damaged. So it's the movement of white blood cells triggered by certain chemicals in the body. Number two, we have impaired phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is the mechanism where certain white blood cells will engulf and eat and kill pathogens, viruses, bacteria, fungus, mold. And there's two main phagocytes. You have the neutrophils, okay? Neutrophils make up 90% of all the pus in your body after an infection, and they're very short-lived. So you have less neutrophils. And then macrophages are the big phagocytes that are professional phagocytes, and they basically are the guard to protect you, and they will just go around engulfing pathogens and eating them up and putting them in these little vesicles and dumping acid in there, hydrogen peroxide, the main ingredient in bleach, and that's how they kill these microbes. So you have less neutrophils, less macrophages, and you have less of their weaponry. So you pretty much just take down a big part of the body's army when you have high sugar or when you consume a lot of sugar. Number three, you have inhibited complement cascade. Now, what is that? Well, complement cascade is a series of events that occur that will cause the bacterial membrane to burst. So basically, it's a mechanism to help kill bacteria. Number four, when you have high levels of sugar in the blood, you develop acidosis. So the pH starts to go down. It's more acidic. And that by itself inhibits immunity. Number five, it slows the white blood cells moving through the tissues. Now, these white blood cells are fascinating because they have the ability to actually go right through your tissues, right through the lymphatic system, through organs, through blood vessels. So all that movement is inhibited. So it would be comparable to, let's say, having your own army and they had to walk through a huge muddy field and they were getting stuck and they couldn't move that well. That's what happens to your immune system. Now, one of the big effects of having high blood sugar is the destruction of the vascular system, especially to the nerves, to other parts of the body. So with high sugar, you're going to have less oxygen through the body. And with that, you're going to have an increased microbes that can live in that environment. They're called anaerobes. They're pathogens that live in areas that don't require oxygen. Fungus, candida, and this is going to increase the risk for infection, fungal infections, candida infections, and many other types of pathogens. And lastly, you're going to have less of an innate immunity. And that's part of the immune system that is the wall, okay? So you have the skin, and then you have the inner skin. And hyperglycemia destroys those barriers. So now we don't have that protection like we did when we were healthy. So if you personally have hyperglycemia and you're diabetic, you need to learn about healthy keto and intermittent fasting. I put a video up just for you right here. Check it out.